All right, here's a short video on a couple of basic leaf terms. Back to this fig stem that I had from a previous video. The kind of major part of the leaf that is really flat and broad, usually facing the sun, green, wide, this is called the blade of the leaf. Together, the blade and the petiole, which is the stalk, are the entire leaf. So we've got, now some leaves do not have a petiole. They are just attached directly to the stem. That's an option if you're a plant. It has an axillary bud. Just remember that's always going to be associated with the base of a leaf. Okay, and something else that you'll notice that's really apparent about these leaves is we've got these lines. These are the venation of a leaf. There is a short video on that. Talk a little bit about different types of leaves. This type of leaf is called a simple leaf, and it's simple. It's sort of hard to explain until I explain to you this other type of. So we have this kind of elongate stem that's running down, and we have these leaves. Now it looks kind of a little more complicated, and I'm sure in this video, because this plant is a little different. The leaves are kind of composed of smaller leaves, actually, and just sort of like a smaller pig is a piglet. A smaller leaf is a leaflet. And here, each leaf, which is this whole thing in my hand right here, this is one leaf. It's composed of multiple leaflets. So each segment of this leaf comes down to a fine point, and that's why I know that these are kind of separate leaf segments called leaflets. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do we not know that these are just stems that are kind of bearing multiple leaves? Well, I know because I can say this, I don't know if you can or not in this video, but right at the base of this point right here, I'm seeing a tiny, tiny little axillary bud. Oh, and here's some better evidence of that, actually. Coming from this axillary bud right here, we have a flower, which is an example of a, spoiler alert, a highly, highly modified branch. Yes, that is a crazy comment. So this whole thing that's sort of at the base of the flower, or in other words, this older axillary bud, this is one leaf, and it's bearing multiple leaflets. Okay, we call this type of leaf a pinnately compound leaf. It's compound because it's made of multiple leaflets, and it's pinnately compound because those leaflets are arranged along this elongate stalk. Now, there is a term for this stalk. It's called the rachis. Now, just like a normal simple leaf, like that fig from a minute ago, using my leaf as the background now, just like that fig leaf, the base right here is called the petiole. So the base of the leaf right down here is called the petiole. Petiole rachis. Here is a third example of a major type of leaf architecture that you might see. Now, this type of leaf architecture, sorry, it's really prickly, so it's hard for me to hold, but that's okay. All of the leaflets, of which there are 5, are all coming from this one point. See that? Even this one that's kind of attached to a little stalk, the base of that stalk is attached to the same point. We don't have leaves attached along an elongate axis. I know this whole thing is one leaf, because, there's a little axillary bud right there. And so this whole long thing is a stem. This type of leaf architecture is called palmately compound. Again, it's compound because it's made of multiple leaflets. This time we don't have a rachis. Instead, they're coming from one little point, and that's why we call them palmately compound leaves. And that's the end of our video.